This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
If you're ready for a bra that's designed to support you, not distract you, there's Honeylove.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Hello.
And welcome
To Rewind with Karen and Georgia.
This is our new special Wednesday podcast where we rewind to our oldest episodes and provide some 8 years later commentary for you.
So necessary. Today, we're rewinding back to episode 17 called Episode 17.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The 7 is spelled like the movie Seven. So it's clever.
Yeah.
It's really clever.
It's clever and it's absolutely a breach of trademark, for sure.
So true. And this episode we posted on Thursday, May 19th of the year 2016.
Remember? Okay, so now it's time for you to grab your closest frenemy, the one guy from the deli, and someone dealing with perimenopause so we can all listen along together because now we get to all be day one listeners.
I've been all those things to someone at some point in my life, just FYI.
I mean, haven't we? I would hope we all have. You have to fully live.
You do. All right, so let's listen to the intro of episode 17. What was that about, that breath?
I don't know. I guess I was just trying to clear a channel for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for what was to come.
The ride of your life.
Get ready. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotion. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do episode 17 of My Favorite Murder, starring Georgia Hardstark
and Karen Kilgariff.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, here we are.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome if you just started. Hi, what's going on in your life?
How are you guys? Why do you like murder so much?
What's up with you? Did you see something weird as an 8-year-old? Or have you always had a weird feeling inside?
Mm-hmm. Can you talk to anyone else in your life about it? Is this why you're here? Is that nobody else is interested and you're a freak?
Yeah, because that's why we're here.
Hey.
So good.
So here we are.
Good on you.
That was the intro.
Yeah. These are getting better, I think.
I
think they're getting very strong.
I think we're professionals now.
People are like, I hit play on this podcast, but now I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it actually started.
People are just talking at each other. I feel a little pressure. Do you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because guys, our ratings went through the roof.
Our ratings just blue. I mean, let's just say it.
Let's just say it. We think that there is a computer hacker that's gone on to iTunes and hacked us into number one.
And clearly they love us. For some reason, this hacker.
If Andrew Solomson, if this is you, thank you, my friend. You're a good person.
It's insane. We're number one on the iTunes comedy podcast list.
Yeah.
Like not our picture, but our logo. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it's super cool. And we do want to thank Jack O'Brien, who is the host of the Cracked podcast. That can't be a coincidence that thing got posted and then suddenly all kinds of people were like, hey, I just discovered your podcast.
Yeah.
So thanks, Jack. You're the best.
Yep.
And easy on the eyes.
Pretty cute.
But he's married.
Dimples.
Calm down, everybody's married.
Yeah. Everyone chill.
But that was super fun to be on that podcast.
It was so much fun. He was great.
Yeah.
This is all insane. I feel like.
It's weird that we had an idea at a party. You had the gumption to actually make me do it. And then something like that would happen.
I do that. I make people do stuff a lot.
It's good. It's good.
Otherwise, I'll just fall into a deep, dark depression.
Yeah, same here. I'll go into my TV room, close the curtains, like Morticia Adams, and then watch British procedurals until I die of old age.
This is why my blinds that you see right here, my drapes, are sheer, because otherwise it's just Depressionville.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
You know what I mean? Because when you can't be in the complete dark, you can't be in the complete dark.
Are you telling me we need to go to IKEA and get some new curtains for my TV room?
We are absolutely saying that.
I'm going to burn those curtains. I have straight up hotel blackout curtains in my TV room.
I have that in my bedroom, but in here, it's like I'll get depressed.
Yeah.
Although
I think you cured my depression.
I know it's very helpful. Although at the same time, I have this thing where dusk makes me really fucking depressed. Dusk.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It just reminds me of being a kid, which sucks, as everyone knows.
Being home alone and being like, do I make my own dinner? I'm only 9.
I'm not going to eat anything because it's too depressing to eat alone.
Oh, I had the opposite reaction. That's funny. I was like, I can make toast. I'll make a whole loaf of toast.
Cheese toast, man. Comforts you.
It's like, kid recipes, like crackers with butter on them.
Yeah.
How gross is that?
What about, did you ever melt butter, mix in brown sugar and vanilla, and just eat that out of a cup? Never done that. Let me just tell you,
that's called poor man's chocolate chip cookie.
Fucking delicious.
You're basically taking everything good in chocolate chip cookies and none of the bullshit.
No.
Fuck baking soda.
Totally. raw eggs. Who needs you?
Go away, chickens. I'm just going to eat the good stuff. I love that. Wait, did you incorporate any chocolate chips in there?
No, I don't think we ever had. We had very little food when I was a kid in my house at all times. So it was like, what do I have on hand? I'm going to wrap a slice of turkey around a pickle spear and that's dinner.
Totally. I do have a very early memory of drinking cough syrup one time and jumping on the bed. That's what I was doing that afternoon by myself.
It's cool that you knew that cough syrup drinking would be fun. Like, I don't think if I had known that, I would have been.
I mean, if there's ever a sign that a child is going to be an alcoholic, for sure, that was it. That was like the Tom Hanks episode of Family. Was it not Family Matters? Family Ties.
Yeah.
Family Ties.
All right.
When he drinks maraschino cherry liquid and shit. You're just like, what's happening?
I once cut open a tea bag, poured the tea leaves, into a little bit of paper towel, rolled it up like a joint because I wanted to see what it was like to smoke cigarettes. I think it was like 10. And I smoked that in front of a mirror to see how cool I looked.
Did you look so cool?
No.
Did you barf from that?
Basically lit on fire.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I would imagine that would go up pretty easily.
The point is, don't let your kids be latchkey kids.
Well, one time my mom was home. She was just on the phone. And when she got on the horn, she would be on it for like an hour and a half.
Sure.
And I just lit the bed on fire in the back. I was playing with matches. And I was just like, it was like, strike a match, watch the flame go up, hold it until it got down to my fingers.
Done it a million times.
drop it on the bed because I was like 5. So I was just like, well, I'm done with that.
And this
Drop
is
it
the
on the
80s,
bed.
so they're the most flammable. Everything is so
Polyester.
They like spray extra flammable
Yes.
shit on everything.
This is when they were trying to light children on fire any way possible. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what the top layer was an electric blanket, which is also the most flammable thing of all time. And so basically I started a fire and it got into a 1 foot ring of fire in the middle of the bed. And I went out to tell my mom there's a fire on the bed. And I was like, walked up to her and she waved me
Oh my
off.
God.
I'll never forget. She's on the phone with the crazy long cord. It was mustard yellow. She was walking around the kitchen doing stuff. And I literally was like, imagine a 5-year-old me with my finger up. Pardon me, ma'am. And she's like, oh, get out of here. And then so I went back and checked it. And now it was a 3 foot ring.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And then that time I was like, Mom. And she's like, honey, I told you I did it. Yeah. And then I was like, the bed's on fire. Oh my God,
that is so cool.
And then suddenly I had a bad reputation in my family. Oh, I'm the asshole.
Well, who has a #1 fucking murder podcast now? Mom.
This is the ultimate revenge. Oh, that's hilarious. Also, our numbers are skyrocketing in Britain, the UK.
Australia loves us.
Those are Latvia, I hear. We're doing well. No, I hate them.
That's where my family's from.
Is it for really?
So maybe a bunch of Hardstarks are listening.
That'll be amazing. Yeah, Longford and Galway, Ireland. Heads up. That's where my people are from.
Nice.
Represent.
They ran us out because we're Jews. So fuck off, Latvia.
Oh, wait. They ran us out because we're Catholics.
I feel like we were made to have a podcast together.
Yeah. Our ancestors wanted this for us.
Our ancestors and our shitty little kid selves.
I just want to mention someone on the Facebook page. If you are new to this podcast, we're all about that Facebook page. Please join it and join in wonderful and sometimes quite frightening conversations that go on there. Someone brought up the fact that we pitched out a very interesting and exciting 911 phone call identifier game that we also mentioned on the Cracked podcast, but we still haven't done. And there's some people who are pretty pissed. I explained that I'm very scared of 911 calls. They want us to do it anyway. So that might be a good mini.
I really want to, for sure. I really want to know if we can tell. Like, it's just, okay, yesterday I watched some videos of Ted Bundy being interviewed only to tell, see if I could tell if I had met him, if I would have known.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
And it's like the same thing with the 911 calls. I want to know if we want to play 3 calls by husbands reporting their wives dead. 2 of them are legit. One of them, the husband killed her. And we want to know if we can tell which one is the one who killed her.
So we have to listen to 2 real 911 calls of a man whose wife has just been killed.
You know, when you say it like that,
through it.
No.
Everyone's being real, playing very fast and loose about the idea of this game, quote unquote.
Yeah, you're right.
Called Nightmare Fuel.
What about 2? What about 1 is fake and 1 is real?
That I can handle.
Okay.
And if we play it once, because I have listened to these calls, I've watched plenty of Forensic Files or whatever, but they're just horrifying.
I know.
Even when they're fake, I think they might even be more horrifying when they're fake because it's embarrassing.
How about we don't do it?
Let's pitch a ton of great games that people love the idea of and never do.
And then never do it. Why doesn't someone play the game with the Facebook followers? And that can be on them.
That's a good idea. And then report back how scarred you are.
Yep.
Once you're
how
done.
scarred you are and what percentage of people knew.
It's interesting that you bring up that Ted Bundy interview, though, because I, as well as a couple people who are listening and have been talking about it, am rereading The Stranger Beside Me, the Anne Rule classic, who is a crime writer who worked with Ted Bundy on what was basically a suicide hotline in Seattle in the 70s.
Can you get more classic than that?
I mean, talk about she was meant to write that book and meant to do that. But the part I'm on right now, he went to this park in, I believe it was in the outer part of Seattle, and this really awesome lake park. I can't remember what it was called. Sorry. And he approached 6 different women that day to help him with his boat that wasn't actually there.
Holy shit.
Can you help me with my boat? Then he gets into the car and then he says, oh, actually the boat's at home. Sorry, I didn't explain that. And that's where he got at least one girl. Now I'm thinking he may have gotten 2 that day. Shit, I can't remember. I just read this yesterday, but I keep reading it and then falling asleep out of, I think like I need to leave these facts and go into a dream world. But it just makes me think he must have been so low key because he looked like he would wear a tennis outfit. And he was really good looking and he was kind of tall, you know?
Yeah, but here's the thing. In the interviews, he won't make eye contact with the interviewer.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go for long stretches of time, like looking down and away and not looking up.
Yeah.
He also has like some kind of weird jerky movements a little bit. So I'm wondering if did he get those after he went to prison and after he killed a bunch of people, or was he like that then? And would I even have cared? You know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. Did he have it like it was like a tick almost or something?
And I'm like, that's creepy. But is it only because I know that's Ted Bundy?
Right.
He looks like someone my mom would have dated.
Yeah, he looks like a guy that would be in like a Lipton tea commercial in the late 70s.
Yeah, with like his pretty young wife.
Yeah.
They're toasting the tea. They're rolling it up and smoking it in a...
They're smoking some tea together and having a good time. But it is, I bet you he was, I think the girls that paid attention, were like, got at first started talking to him and then kept on paying attention and like got into it, got that weird feeling. And of course, once they got to the car and like, no boat, see you later. I've got to get back to my friends.
But as we've,
No, I think you're going to say what I was going to say.
As we've said so many times, you couldn't be a fucking bitch back then. Mm-hmm. And like you were taught to be nice and friendly and he fucking preyed upon that. And he probably also was really good at like turning on the charm.
Oh, 100%.
Right. So he didn't have a twitch and he seemed very nice.
I bet the twitch came after he was incarcerated. And he was just like, I'm going crazy.
I bet that's what happened.
I want to kill.
How badly would you have wanted to interview him?
I don't know. I'm not sure about that because I like this story of what they do. I don't want to know that person or be near that person because ultimately they're, a little bit of the devil.
Yeah. There's that, the Iceman interviews.
Oh yeah.
Documentary. And that guy just seems normal and likable. He's the guy who was a mobster, hitman, but he was also like a family man. And he's just
killed hundreds of people.
Yeah. Casually talking about doing it.
Yeah.
And he had more charm to me and like likability, like than Ted Bundy did.
I know. Well, I mean, he's got to be a sociopath or he would have been eaten alive by guilt and remorse and shame and all that stuff.
But I don't think he ever killed women and children. So maybe it wasn't like Ted Bundy enjoyed.
Yes, he sure did.
Like got off on it.
This guy was like, it was his job and he probably felt a little self-righteous in it of like, well, they owe money or... they wronged someone.
I mean, I support that. No, I don't.
That's why mafia hits don't interest me.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like a business transaction. Like you don't deal with people who will kill you because they'll kill you.
Totally.
They tell you they're going to kill you. You borrow money from them. You don't pay it back. They kill you.
Yeah. They have a history of killing you.
Yeah. They're good with killing.
Yet somehow we still date men.
Come on, let's not be those people.
Let's fucking get in there.
No,
we won't. I'm kidding.
I mean, those are some classic conversations.
Yeah, we were finding our footing. We were realizing you could talk about fucking anything and it was fine. We were sharing a lot about ourselves too.
Yeah, AKA filling time.
Stretching the podcast for time.
I have a story about when I was 5. Well, I have a story about when I was 5.
Well, actually, your story from when you were 5 about lighting your bed on fire turned to one of Nick Terry's MFM animated sketches that you can see on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/exactlyrightmedia. It's episode 18 of MFM animated, and it's a fucking classic.
And yeah, that's another way that you can ingest this original storytelling. Little did we know when we were telling these stories at the time that they were gonna branch off into a whole other thing.
Thank God, because I think we would have been too nervous and we wouldn't have.
I mean,
we wouldn't do this.
All of that.
Yeah.
Looking and being like, oh, we were number 1 on the comedy podcast chart.
That's insane. Hilarious. That was creepy to me, where I was like, I think Vince showed it to me and I was like, oh, that must be your algorithm. Like, that's not real. That must be like just from your phone. And he's like, it's not. And it's not. It's very.
But there was a deep wisdom in that response, which is that's not real.
Right.
Because it's like, once you're in with those fucking charts, man. It's just like.
It was also very like hopeful of me that Vince at all listened to or listens to this podcast ever. That it would be number 1 on his fucking chart.
That's hilarious.
My wonderful
that's so
husband.
Funny that's your little fantasy that you're like, oh, that's just you listening all the time to the parts
and
you
also,
can barely stomach.
I don't listen to your podcast, so it's fair.
I mean, those are, I think, 2 great examples of like true crime girlfriend wrestling boyfriend, where it's like never the twain shall meet in terms of hobby, but that doesn't mean anything about relationship.
Not at all. And it works. And Vince has come around to a lot of the true crime stuff. There's some shit he still can't handle, but he loves it now. It's pretty great.
Well, because it's just amazing human stories at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Speaking of an amazing human story, this is the episode where you tell Latvia to fuck off. I mean, incredible strides we're taking.
That was from my ancestors, from my grandmother who was fucking chased out and her village was set on fire and she lived for 7 years in fields and barns, surviving on potatoes one night and the skins of the potatoes the next night with all her siblings.
This is the grandma that lived to be 103?
104, Grandma Thelma.
100.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
She fucking did it. So
she was made of like, she had bones and then she had muscles wrapped around those bones.
Yeah.
And then she had nails wrapped around those muscles. Yeah. And then she had more muscles on top of the nails.
With a sprinkling of childhood trauma. It's what keeps you going.
And I bet a sense of humor. Because gotta have that.
Yeah. So sorry, Latvia, but like kind of not sorry. You know what I mean?
Well, it is about frenemies really on this episode.
True. So. That's kind of our thing. And then you were reading The Stranger Beside Me again.
We just like, do we just do that every 6 months?
I think so. I think that's our hobby.
Yeah, that's our go-to. That's our Strunk and White.
And actually, speaking of wrestling boyfriend true crime podcast, this story that I do ties both those things in a really awful, terrible way.
This one made me very sad the night we recorded it. It was like the kind I went home with that one where I was just like, this is just the horrors that people are living through outside of our own doors. And when you think people have the life, you think you know what makes a great life.
Right.
Fame, money,
family,
whatever.
Big house, all the little trappings. Yeah.
Okay, let's listen to Georgia's story about the tragic murder-suicide case of wrestler Chris Benoit. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
So the point of this podcast, if you're new, is that the title is My Favorite Murder, and Karen and I tell each other our favorite murders. Sometimes there's a theme, sometimes there's not. Today, absolutely no theme.
No, thank you.
No
I think it's your time to go first.
Is it? Okay.
I think so.
Whew, this is a interesting one that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
So a lot of people have found the podcast through my husband Vince's podcast, We Watch Wrestling.
Yeah.
Which is also on Feral. And a lot of ladies on the podcast or men have said, I listen to My Favorite Murder and you listen to We Watch Wrestling, and sometimes I'm on there's like an overlap and they get excited and it's silly.
Are you talking about cute couples that listen to the cute couples, Georgia and Vince's different podcasts?
Thank you.
I mean, it's like you're the Prince William and Queen Vicky. What's her name?
Queen Vicky. I think it's Queen Vicky.
Is it Queen Vicky and Prince William of England?
Definitely Queen Vicky.
Hey, England, let us know if that's right.
We just lost so many listeners. We just lost Queen Vicky listening. She's like that bitch. All right. So there's this murder that he told me about when we started dating that I didn't know about because it's in the wrestling world. And it's the murder-suicide of and by Chris Benoit.
Wow.
Have you heard of that? His name, Chris Benoit.
How old is it?
It happened in 2007.
I think I did hear about it, but I know nothing about wrestling at all.
Okay. Yeah. And I didn't when I first met him, and now I know all this stuff. So it kind of makes sense to me. So I wanted to explain it because it's actually really fucking interesting and crazy. And murder-suicides are they're really interesting to me because it's like encapsulated in this home, usually the horrors that go on in this little home where people have lived and been happy and feel safe.
And it somehow degrades into this insanity.
Yeah. And what's crazy about this one is it was the murder of his wife and his young son. And it happened over the whole weekend.
Ugh.
So he kills his wife Friday night, lives in his house being like, what the fuck am I going to do? So Chris Benoit was a Canadian professional wrestler. He had a 22-year career. He held 22 titles, and he had the victory of the World Heavyweight Championship main event match in WrestleMania. What are two X's next to each other?
That's 20?
Thank you.
Or that's almost super dirty.
Yeah. 3rd grade was a hard year for me.
Couldn't concentrate?
No.
Okay.
I was just smoking too many.
So many cigarettes.
So I didn't even know about this guy, but he was huge, like The Rock. I don't think he was as big as The Rock, which is a wrestler everyone knows, but he was pretty big up there. He was widely respected by viewers and peers, and people really liked this guy. He was a little weird and a little quiet and intense. A lot of people said he was intense, but that he was a nice guy. Mm-hmm. He had a lot of friends. But so it suggests that depression and brain damage accrued from numerous concussions.
Yeah.
that was contributed to him committing these awful crimes.
The concussion thing is big.
Well, we're going to get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, it really is.
And then you just hit play on the movie Concussion.
And we're just going to sit and listen to the whole thing.
Listen to Will Smith do this accent and explain to you why concussions are bad.
Is that a good movie?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I don't want to watch
it if
that
it wasn't Will Smith, because that guy is actually really fascinating.
That doctor?
Yeah, I watched a documentary with him and he's like,
I bet it's actually a great movie. I just, of all the things I have to do in my day, sitting down to realize how basically they've subsidized damaging people's brains. It'll never stop happening. There's too much money and it's a machine where people care more about making money than human beings. I just get really depressed.
There's a period at the end. That's all true.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. One of his moves was the diving headbutt.
Oh no.
So he'd stand at the top of the turnbuckle, when they climb up high. And he would spread his arms out and just like do a fucking fall, headbutting the other guy on the canvas, either in the back or elsewhere.
So using his head basically as a weapon.
Yep. But like free fall head.
Jesus Christ.
So he had another signature move, which will come back, called the crippler crossface. And this is a submission hold where he would lock the opponent's arms behind him with his legs while pulling back on his neck. It's almost like a hardcore headlock, but like on the face. And sometimes the move would even knock people unconscious.
Oh.
So we'll get back to that.
Real unconscious? Not wrestling unconscious?
Real unconscious. Okay. So on June 25th, 2007, the police were called to Benoit's like incredible gated security hardcore mansion. And they couldn't get in because of all the gating and stuff, which they could have climbed over, but there were two crazy Doberman pinchers, German Shepherds, roaming the front lawn. Like this guy was hardcore security, showing that he had a lot of paranoia, but also was rich and famous. So it's understandable.
Yeah, but I bet a lot of people don't have like Nazi dogs,
totally,
on the property.
Yes. And so the home was in Fayetteville, Georgia, but it was like an unincorporated part. So they had to get the next door neighbor, Holly Schreifer, who was a good friend of Nancy Benoit, the wife, and would sometimes take care of the dog. So she clopped on over the fence.
She was part horse.
She clippity clop. She did what's a horse maneuver?
Some dressage.
She did a dressage right over the fence.
That's a general part of
making fun of murder. No, making light of murder. That's what we.
Or just making light of mistakes and our mouths.
That's it. Yeah, I'm not making this Holly person sounds like a good person. So she got over. And then she went into the house, which you're like, oh, civilian, don't do that.
Wait, the cops are waiting outside. She goes over the fence to open all the shit, but she goes into the house, so she sees everything first.
Well, she goes over the fence, locks the dogs in the house in like a little spot.
Oh,
and then is like, I'm just gonna do a once around because she can't get a hold of her friend Nancy.
Holly. Let the cops do the once around.
Don't do a once around.
She
finds the kid, Daniel.
No.
So should I? Basically, he did that crippler crossface on the kid.
Ugh.
This little, I think he was 7.
No.
There's reports that he had something called, where did it go? He had a genetic syndrome called Fragile X. Meaning he met the criteria for autism. It's inherited. It's like it's like an intellectual disability, but there's conflicting evidence of that. So I don't know if that's true. So what happened was, this is all over the place, isn't it?
No.
Oh, you were just nodded your head. And I thought,
no, I nodded my head so I don't picture Holly walking through the house and what she's seeing, because that's the bummer.
So here's how it took place. On Friday night, Benoit kills his wife. And he leaves her bound at the ankles and wrists. He covers her in a sheet and he leaves a Bible by her body.
That's not going to work.
I know. Died of asphyxiation, had bruises on her back and stomach. And he had been physically violent with her in the past. He had been abusive. So.
Well, because also, I'm sorry, but on top of concussions, he's probably taking a bunch of steroids, right?
Yeah. So they're both taking a ton of steroids. There's a ton of...
The wife too?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a ton of marital discord. It's on again, off again. She had filed for divorce and then didn't go through with it. She leaves all the time. He's possibly having an affair. There's like all these text messages between the two of them. I should say the book that I was reading about it is called Chris and Nancy by Irvin Muchnick. Muchnick? Mr. Muchnick. It's really good if you want to learn more about it, and it's detailed.
Was she a wrestler too?
Yeah. No, she was like the hype man girl. You know, the hot girls that come into the ring.
Hold a big card over their head?
That's boxing, I think. She'd be his sidekick, kind of like the woman. And, and actually she was so interesting and gorgeous that her name at the time was just Woman, was her like handle. Yeah.
That's how gorgeous she was.
Yeah.
That she was reduced to a one-word thing.
Yeah.
All right.
So they got set up by her husband at the time as like a, to be like, oh, he's cheating with Benoit. And then they ended up getting married. So it worked.
Oh.
So anyways,
but it was a story. It was a wrestling storyline that came true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So their lives are a bit surreal anyway.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So let's see. There was a pillow leaning against her head. It sounds like what happened was they probably got in a big fight and it escalated and he killed her. The weird part to me is that he tied her up, because that shows like premeditation to me.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't just like hit her so hard or get angry and strangle her. He tied her up and then killed her.
I wonder, because steroids, it's like, I took speed for a little while in the 90s to lose weight.
Sure, we all did.
And right? Fun. And it made me insane, like just angry from the second I woke up in the morning.
Yeah.
And if you're on steroids, which is, they're basically rage pills.
Yeah,
so it's two people on steroids. I'm sure that everything was
intensified times a million.
Yeah. Like, and they're reacting off each other, but it's not there. There's not, it seems to me, I would assume there's not one person going, hey, let's relax for 1 second.
Yeah.
It's just everybody's going through the roof.
And he was supposed to leave that weekend for another match. And she just was so pissed that he was leaving all the time. They found the amount of pills that they ended up finding in the house is just incredible. They found Soma and hydrocodone, which is fucking heroin, right? And Xanax and all these, Ambien and of course steroids. And he was actually exempt from the rule that you can't take steroids in WWE, because he had ruined his body so badly with steroids that he couldn't make testosterone on his own anymore. So he had to take steroids to get testosterone.
Oh, okay.
So even though there's a no steroid rule, he was taking it medically. Yeah, but that's so shady.
Right.
Like that's your solution for being fucked up on steroids is
I'm such a bad Coke addict that I need to take Coke.
Right.
Yeah.
I've ruined my ability to whatever. Anyways, all of the above.
Yes.
So between the two killings, about 3:30 p.m. on Saturday, it looks like he might have killed Daniel on Saturday, the next day. So he's hanging out in his house with his fucking wife in the office dead, not knowing what to do, calls his coworkers and is like, I can't make it. My wife and kid have food poisoning and they're really sick. Kind of tells everyone that so they won't call.
Yeah.
So Daniel, the kid, was then suffocated in his own bedroom. A children's Bible was left by his body. And he had become kind of a religious fanatic at that point by reading. He was reading
in
passages.
That span in that weekend.
Yeah. I mean, up until this, leading up to the murders, he killed his son with the chokehold, no bruises. And, so he had needle marks in his arm, suggesting he had been given growth hormones.
The son or the
son, because he was undersized because of this Fragile X syndrome that he supposedly had. But I don't understand that completely. And I'm wondering if he gave him sedatives.
Oh,
so he could,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. That would almost be a tiny bit of a relief, as hideous as that sounds.
I agree. And I think in his mind, people have surmised that thought he was doing a mercy killing.
Of course.
He had killed the mom. Let's just fucking end this. In the same way that I think a lot of men who do the murder-suicide shenanigans to their family are like, I lost all our money. I'm not going to make you live this way and kill the family.
Right.
Just fucking insane. We're good. We want to live. As someone who
it's twisted as some sort of noble move. It's total narcissism.
It's complete narcissism to think that they're an extension of you.
And you get to make that call.
Right.
It's nuts.
Right.
And also, everybody's in debt.
Yeah.
Relax about it.
Yeah. It's complete. It's them. It's him. It's the person not wanting them to find out that he wasn't who he said he was.
Right. Well, also this is classic drug brain too.
Let me get to, so it's okay. So he dies. This is how he kills himself. He dies of asphyxiation. He was found hanging by the cord of a weight machine. So he goes down to the weight room, and he's sitting upright on a bench, on like a weight bench facing the weight machine. So you can imagine like doing pull downs. What do they call them? I work out a lot. As you can see,
he did like 6 reps of pull downs.
Right.
Okay.
He was shirtless. His leg was extended. His right blah blah blah. The black nylon weight machine cable was around his neck. A strip of white towel was underneath to keep the cable from cutting into the skin, which is like, you don't deserve that, dude. And he was being
also. What's the point?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And he was being held in a sitting position by the cable. So I think what he did is just like let go of the weight and strangled himself.
Yeah.
And it appears that he actually tried to maximize his own pain, which is so sad. It sounds like he knew he did something wrong.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like he was like, I'm going to murder suicide everyone. It was like, here's a mistake, compounded with a mistake, compounded with a mistake.
God, it's terrible. Yeah,
really
he's trapped in this horror show.
Sommeliers I'd like to note that there was a bottle of Dynamite Vineyards 2000 Merlot next to the body.
Why?
I don't know, I probably drank it.
What sick fuck sommeliers need to make that note? You assholes.
Me?
No,
they didn't really ask that. They didn't really request that, Karen.
Who, me? This is the episode I turn on you for liking murder. You dick, Georgia. This is disgusting.
Dare you? So let's talk about his brain damage. So after the murders and such, there was no pre-existing mental or physical ailments. He did have some depression, obviously. And where did my other notes go? Oh, they're at the printer. I left my fucking notes.
Let's sing a little song about the printer.
My printer notes.
The printer notes. Luckily, it's just right there.
Printer. Feels good.
We should walk it off a little bit. Yeah.
All right. So they've been searching for answers, the family, because it does not add up that this is the same man.
This lovely man.
Right. Yeah. This family man, 7-year-old son. They, of course, down anabolic steroids. Mm-hmm. They thought that it was roid rage, but it turns out that
my theory's wrong.
It wasn't roid rage. I mean, I'm sure there was some added to that. Benoit's brain was that of an 86-year-old Alzheimer's patient.
Oh,
no. Yeah. In the same way with football players who are constantly getting concussion after concussion. And I mean, there's a story in this book about how in one fight, he and this other guy just banged each other's fucking heads into each other until they bled.
That hurts so bad. When you hit heads with another person. Yeah. Have you ever done that accidentally?
No.
Like you both bend down fast at the same time. No, Steven knows what I'm talking about. And you smack your head. It is loud and it hurts for like 20 minutes after.
Fuck.
And the idea that that's what he basically did for a living is...
Have you ever had a concussion?
No. I did get flipped out of the back of a truck when I was in 7th grade.
Remember when we could light fires in our room alone and sit in the back of trucks?
Yes. This is the country life that I led.
No, this is the 80s, man.
Yeah.
We already put them on notice.
Yes, that's true. And for good fucking reason. Yeah. Me and my friend, it was my dad was so livid because he told us, don't drive that truck.
Definitely.
Too far away. The brakes aren't great. We drove up into the national park, uphill. And as we're driving, we can smell the brakes in the back.
Oh.
But it was our next door neighbor, Andy, me, my sister, her friend Maureen, her friend Christine,
and remember
Andy's
everything.
friend.
I'm so impressed.
I can't remember Andy's friend's name. Poor kid who was the one driving the truck.
Mm-hmm.
We start going down a hill through a campsite. Brakes go out. He literally he's driving a truck with 4 girls in it with him, and the brakes go out. He hits the back of Andy's car. Andy pulls forward. He tries to go over onto the side of the dirt embankment. Instead he drives up onto the dirt embankment, flips the car.
Holy shit.
Me and Holly, my best friend Holly Gardner, was with me. We go flying out of the back of the truck, and midair, I remember very clearly thinking, when I hit the ground, my skirt's going to fly up over onto my back and my underwear will be showing. So I have to make sure the second I hit the ground, I have to stand up. And I literally hit and stood up immediately.
Do you think that saved you?
Yes, for sure. Well, Holly fell too, but my mom was a nurse. She woke us up 5 times that night to check our eyes for concussion eyes.
I just imagine a concussion, and maybe I've had one and I just don't remember it, but the wobbly brain like that is just, nothing feels right. And you don't even understand that you have a concussion, I don't think.
How did you get a concussion?
Maybe I didn't.
Are you totally full of shit right now?
No, maybe I've had a concussion and that's why I don't remember anything. I think I was in a car accident when I was a kid and had one.
Yeah, hit your head.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like but I was with a girl once who had one because she got clunked in the head with a softball. Oof. And she just started crying. We were like hanging out at night and she starts crying and has to go to the hospital. Anyways, Jesus. It looks terrible. It seems terrible. But can you imagine having dozens over the 10-year span?
Yeah. Yeah. And that just sidebar totally is like makes me want to point to OJ right now, because that's that thing of like, yes, in the beginning, he was the American hero. But when you have a full career where that happens to you every day, practice and in games, 50 times a week or whatever, your brain you don't remain the person that you started as.
Vince told me an interesting thing recently that, hockey players, like in the 70s, they put in or maybe even like the 80s or 90s, like at some point they were like helmets have to be used.
Yes.
But if you've been playing before that, it was your choice if you wanted to wear a helmet. So everyone from then on had to wear a helmet if you got hired.
But you might have been just too far gone where it's like, fuck it, you don't have to.
Yeah. If you've owned a motorcycle before 19, you don't have to wear a helmet. It's like if that was the law.
I really love hockey players so much because hockey is so graceful and beautiful and yet insanely violent and male, which I think is violent. Very sexy.
Oh,
but
I don't like fights. They scare me.
What, Georgia?
Really?
That's the stuff of life.
I hate fights.
2 guys punching each other?
Oh, I hate it. It makes me so, especially
I think it's hilarious.
In ice skating. What if ice skating?
Ice fight. Yeah, that's what this is.
What if ice skating had the same amount? Oh my God. No, but in
Michelle Kwan just punching somebody in the face.
There's something about in hockey that because they're so bulked up and have so much padding on that the punches and the whole fight is slow-mo.
Yes.
And so you can see their face and I'm always like, is he going to cry? It stresses me. I don't like it.
I bet they'd never cry. I bet they don't.
When you're really angry and you're like trying not to cry.
Yes.
I always wonder if they're feeling that.
It is just funny that that is a sport where fighting is completely allowed, accepted, and the refs pretend they're going to do something and they just let them fight it out.
Totally.
It's very violent.
Yeah. So, and one would think with wrestling, it being like, almost like an acrobatic feat. You're not really hurting the person.
Right.
That you wouldn't get hurt then. But I mean, there's so many accidents that happen and so many bad wrestlers that don't know how to interact with other wrestlers when they're fighting.
They also do that stuff. I remember seeing that documentary. I just saw part of it about Mankind.
Oh, he's amazing. When he fell through the fucking chain link fence.
Mm-hmm. But there was a part where he just gets clocked in the head with a folding chair.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a real folding chair. It's not, they don't mock anything up. They pick up a real metal fucking high school auditorium folding chair and hit each other in the head with them.
They don't do that anymore. You're not allowed to hit in the head anymore.
Because the Mankind rule?
Probably. I think because of the Chris Benoit rule.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they realized how bad it is.
Yeah. I think he did a lot to make that not allowed anymore. So let's see. Wait. So, repeat concussions can lead to dementia, which can contribute to severe behavioral problems. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, there's one other part of, yeah.
Sorry, it took us down a me flying out of a truck.
And we've talked about it also. 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient. Lifetime chronic concussions, head trauma.
He kind of didn't even know what he was doing, maybe.
I think it's just such a severe personality change. You and I, when we're 85, are going to act in similar ways that we do now. We're not going to kill people. We're not going to
You promise?
I'll try my best to live to be 85.
Yeah, let's get that done first.
And then achieve that.
At that point, we might just start killing people because no one would suspect us.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, but he just was a different person with different emotions and different moods than the person he was raised to be and was for years and years, probably.
So sad.
It's so sad. So Chris Benoit, that's my favorite murder this week.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Did Vince actually make an appearance on this episode?
No, I don't think he's in this one, but he would come home from work while we were recording a lot because we recorded in our apartment.
I think that's what made me think of it is as he's coming home from work, he pulls out his blue card of what he needs to say as he walks through the living room and then goes somewhere else.
He's the one who told me about this story too. I had no idea. Yeah, when we started dating, he's like, here's something I can be interesting to her about. And it was true. But there's no case updates on the story. It kind of, all settled itself. But I do think a good thing is that people are looking a lot more into traumatic brain injury and how much it changes a person. And then hopefully taking steps to, not have that happen anymore. For example, Chris Benoit's, one of his signature moves was the diving headbutt, which is I really hope and don't think that would ever happen. In fact, now on WWE, there's almost no blood, or there's not supposed to be blood anymore, which I think is, step in the right direction.
Yeah. Sometimes the whole headbutt thing is just cracking skulls against each other. So it's because that used to be in the 80s, and maybe it was that time of boys in my high school. There was a whole trend of headbutting, seniors headbutting freshmen. Yes.
What?
It was horrifying. Yeah. And they would just walk up and smash their head into a little kid that they'd have to not cry in front of everybody. It was it was
my God.
So horrible. But also, as year after year passes and people are talking about concussions, CTE, all these things damaging your head like that.
No, it's so scary and awful and
yeah.
All right, well, here's some more awful. And I wonder if in the beginning of our podcast, it got big quickly because all our stories were really, really awful in the beginning because we were all the stories that have stuck with us, we told them.
Right.
And so every single episode had just 2 horrific stories.
Well, and also, they all are in every imaginable way. But I do think what we were doing was saying, this one stuck with me, this one stuck with me. And everyone has that because if you follow true crime, there's a reason you got into it and there's a reason you stayed in it. And it was that kind of thing of well, this has to be the worst thing I've ever heard. Oh, no, now there's this.
And I think for you and I, and then maybe everyone else, it was a little cathartic to finally get it out of that circling part in our brain that couldn't stop thinking about it and sharing it.
Absolutely.
And then it's I want you to have some of this horror too. And you're I got you.
Well, I got you. And that one is also swirling in my brain. So we can all kind of relax for a second or just keep on loading them up. Whatever works.
Yeah.
It was a different time, 2016. It was the luxury.
Yeah. But it was also proof to the people who were what's wrong with you? Calm down. Being here, you hear all these stories? Nothing's wrong with me. It's all fucking real. It's not, I'm not being paranoid.
That's right. It's not, Freddy Krueger is real. There's all of these things are trackable and worse in real life than they are in the movies about horror, monsters or whatever. Ugh.
So speaking of, let's get into Karen's story from episode 17. This is the murder of Jennifer Moore.
The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. From Liz Merriweather, the Emmy-nominated executive producer of Dying for Sex and The Dropout, comes a gripping psychological thriller.
Starring Emmy Rossum, Furious follows Alice Black, a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
It's Alice's first case on the job, and she's already bitten off more than she can chew.
While Alice believes justice is achieved through law enforcement, Catherine has lost all faith in the legal system.
She's taken it upon herself to terrorize the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
As Alice and Catherine's twisted game of cat and mouse unfolds, the lines between good and evil and right and wrong begin to blur.
With shocking crimes, tangled relationships, and secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series, Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. Grocery shopping seems like it should take 20 minutes.
And then 2 hours later, you're standing at the checkout with a frozen pizza and 6 different types of chips.
Lucky for you, there's Hungry Root.
Hungry Root is like having your own personal shopper and nutritionist all wrapped in one. They'll take care of the weekly grocery shopping and recommend groceries and meals tailored to you.
Once you tell them about your goals and preferences, they fill your cart with personalized recommendations. And those recommendations get smarter as Hungry Root learns more about what you did or didn't like.
Most of Hungry Root's recipes can be made in just 15 minutes or less. You can't get any easier than one pan shakshuka. I've always said that.
Yeah, I love the convenience and also the fact that I don't have to go park anywhere.
Thank God Hungry Root's around to help us shop and help us build really healthy and delicious meals.
For a limited time, get 40% off your first order, plus get a free item in every box for life.
Go to hungryroot.com/MFM and use code MFM.
That's hungryroot.com/MFM, code MFM to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. Goodbye.
What's your favorite murder, Karen?
Georgia, my favorite murder is I got the idea from my friend Carol Kraft, who is listens. Hi. She and my sister have worked together, did work together for years. She was the school secretary. She's one of the funniest people on the planet. Carol Kraft is the greatest. And my sister, when she told my sister she's listening to the podcast, my sister said, what's your hometown murder? And Carol immediately said, duh, it's Jennifer Moore. And then I remembered and Laura remembered. And the reason I started looking it up because I was like, oh, is that thing? And the memory, the kind of like central memory I have around it is my mother. Okay, so my hometown is Petaluma, which is the first city in Sonoma County, and Novato is the last city in Marin County, and they are right against each other.
Okay.
So, like in my high school, a bunch of people who lived in Novato drove up to Petaluma to go to my high school.
Got it.
There wasn't a Catholic high school in Novato.
You went to a Catholic high school?
Yeah.
Wow.
A really small one. So I had a ton of friends that lived in Novato. They're kind of like those two cities. You're going back and forth a lot up there. And Novato is kind of like a bedroom community for, people who work in San Francisco, commuters and stuff.
Right.
Cause it's really nice and close to the city, but still outside enough so that you are in a nice kind of country suburb.
Yeah.
And it's tons of tract homes and beautiful little like shopping areas and oak trees and rolling fields and stuff. It's a really lovely little city.
Sounds really charming.
It is charming. So my mom used to work at the Kaiser in San Rafael, which is the next big city down below Novato. Mm-hmm. And so when the 101 got backed up, which it always did because it narrowed between Novato and Petaluma, so all of the traffic would just get all condensed, what everyone would do was get off the freeway and take the back roads. And so you go down Novato Boulevard, and Novato Boulevard takes you out to like Stony Point Road, which is where the cheese factory is. And like, that's where you take relatives that are visiting. And it's basically a cheese factory that's way out in the country next to a lake.
I used to have to drive by this whole area when I went to court reporting school in like, not San Jose, but like
court reporting school.
Yeah.
You never told me you went to court reporting school.
I never finished.
But excuse me, that's episode 1 information. God damn it.
Yeah, I went to court reporting school and
you could do that machine?
Mm-hmm.
Georgia.
Because I worked at a court reporting office and these women made like so much money and it was fascinating to just sit in depositions, which is like, I would just sit there and read depositions all day.
That's amazing.
Probably illegal. So I decided to go to court reporting school. But
I'm jealous. I'm angry. I have all these feelings running through me right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go on.
No, we'll talk later. So my mom was driving home on we call it the back road. So basically it's like you're cutting around through the country to get up to Petaluma out of Novato. And, on the way out of Novato, there's Indian Valley Golf Course, there's Stafford Lake, and then, on. So it gets very country very quickly right outside the city.
That's cool.
So my mom was driving home one night and it was dusk and, she saw cops on the side of the road and she saw them pulling garbage bags out of a ditch. And when she got home, she saw on the news, and I'm almost positive we were there with her because I can remember, but I do this all the time where I can write memories very easily.
For sure.
But I feel like I remember my mom having a freak out because she saw on the news they had finally discovered the body of the little girl who had gone missing 4 days earlier. And that was this girl, Jennifer Moore. So my mom actually saw them find the body, which is
wow.
When my sister reminded me of it in this text, I was like, this is epic. I couldn't be more proud.
Isn't it weird that your brain can just lose these like we talk about this every week, murder.
And I never thought about it.
Lost.
Yeah. It's just kind of not, it's so filed so far back.
Totally.
So essentially, this is what happened. Jennifer Moore was 13 years old. And on Thursday, April 13th, 1989, she called her mom at work crying because she had gotten 3 C's on her report card.
Aww.
So her mom said, you go walk down and buy some ice cream.
Aww.
And so, and this is another thing where I didn't look into it, but it pretty much sounded like she was being raised by a single mother and she was latchkeying just like we all did.
Fuck.
So she goes to walk down to the Baskin Robbins on Nevada Boulevard, which as I was reading this is like, I knew exactly where all of this was as I was reading it. And so when the mom comes home from work that night, Jennifer's not there. And she knows from the last time she talked to her, when she told her to go get ice cream, it was way, way, way too long for her not to be there.
Yeah.
She knew she wasn't a runaway. I read in this article, interestingly enough, the age 12 to 14 are prime runaway years. And so anytime someone is that age and they call to report them missing, the cops have the habit of assuming this is what it is because that's usually, or it's commonly the case.
Yeah.
But, of course, the mother assured them this is very wrong. She didn't run away. All of her stuff is in a room. Her purse is in a room. Like all she did was take the money for the ice cream.
I was a runaway. Did you ever run away?
No, I think when I was like 5, because I was going to show my mom, and I basically took a suitcase out to the road and then came back inside immediately.
Packed a suitcase, put it under the bed. I did stay out when I was like 13, my drug years.
Yeah,
stay out all like overnight, and they straight up called the cops. And yeah, I was a runaway.
Well, they should have though.
Yeah,
that's good though.
I know. I feel so bad about that.
Yeah, you didn't know you were on drugs.
Yeah.
So the cops check her school records. They see that she's had perfect attendance and that she's, that's not the person that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, so they start looking into it. 2 days pass and they start handing out the "Have you seen me" flyers, which of course, again, seems a little late for me.
Very late.
I don't like it. But, I think that this is 1989. So back then they were like, we just want to see probably is the idea. So on day 3, a person driving, down Nevada Boulevard, sees garbage bags in a ditch on the side of the road and goes and looks in them and finds Jennifer's nude body.
That poor person who found them. Do you think he knew what was going on? Like what was looking for?
Well, there's a very good chance he saw on the news because this was all over the news. This little girl's face. "Have you seen me? This girl's missing." So, it did hit the news like the next night.
Okay.
So maybe that flyer thing was just the cops like on the street doing it because I remember that. Well, I shouldn't say that because I don't know the exact chronology, but
do you remember like the the big, like, is it the small enough town where it's like, this is what everyone's talking about?
100%.
Because this doesn't happen.
100%. This is a town, just like Petaluma, where people did not lock their doors back then. And when you see this picture, it's such a 1989 picture. She's got braces. She's got these bangs. She's got the big hoop earrings. Like, she's so cute. And she just looks like a girl from your junior high.
Those kill me, these sweet kids.
Yeah.
You know, when I see them, I always say, I'm so sorry.
I know. I know. So yeah. This poor motorist. That is my theory, I should say. I think that person saw that a girl was missing on the news. And then when they saw the garbage bags, pulled over and checked. And then their worst nightmare was confirmed. So, everyone's in the in-between time. Of course, no one let their children leave the house. There were no latchkey kids.
Right.
Once it was announced that she was missing. So the cops look at the plastic bags, and inside, I should say plastic bag. I think it was just the one big garbage bag. At the bottom, there were Sunday school like leaflets. And one of the policemen recognized it as that, oh, my kids use those at their Sunday school. So this is like probably a local church Sunday school leaflet. So they decide to start checking all the churches nearby. And they map out from her house to the ice cream parlor what churches are in between. And so they go to Bethel Baptist Church on Nevada Boulevard. And they notice when the cops show up there, they notice there's 4 big garbage cans outside. 2 of them have garbage liners, garbage bags inside of them, and 2 don't. So they go over and check. It's the same type of garbage bag.
So this probably had happened in the last day.
Yes. Yeah. They immediately are like, okay, this is, like this can't be a coincidence, or like
amazing.
Would be a very, the probability of that being a coincidence.
I love when puzzle pieces fit together. Don't you?
And that they're, this might be a little makeup work, but everything I read in this, it was like the cops were like eagle-eyed. Mm-hmm. And I think that is that thing of a tiny town where it's everybody's daughter.
Totally.
So they see that, they see that it's a match of the same type of garbage bag, and they go and immediately get bloodhounds, and they have the bloodhounds. They have them sent on Jennifer's clothing, and then the bloodhounds take them directly back to Jennifer's house. Oh, so they know that this is where she ended up. This is the church. So she basically took a shortcut from her house through a creek area that was in the back of the church, and then up through the church. So they go into the church to look for evidence, and they talk to the pastor there, who shows them something weird that he had noticed. There was a coffee cup that had been, like, the coffee had been spilled in the library, but no one had picked the coffee cup back up off the floor. So it was just this coffee stain. And it was weird to him because beverages were not allowed in the church library. Mm-hmm. So, it's weird enough that someone made that spill, but then they didn't even clean up half of it, basically.
Weird.
So the crime lab comes, pulls up the carpet, tests it. There's blood and bleach. So
in the same spot?
Yeah.
Oh, so he spilled the coffee over it to hide it?
Yes. To be there was a big blood stain, but so he was like, nope, it's a coffee stain. Here's a coffee cup.
Oh,
don't worry about this coffee stain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So they get onto that immediately. And then when detectives search the rest of the church, they find a brown bomber jacket at the bottom of their clothing donation bin. And it was the jacket that Jennifer wore when she left the house to go get ice cream.
Whoa.
So now they know, and they check the pockets. She had the rubber bands for her braces were in the pocket, so they know it was hers. So now they know we've got a location. So the pastor remembers that he'd gotten to work early Friday morning. She had disappeared Thursday. And when he got there, the door was not only unlocked, it was ajar. So basically there were 3 people on Thursday night that were at the church that could have been involved. One was the janitor, one was the youth pastor, and one was the teenager that was helping the youth pastor with gardening.
Can I guess?
Yes.
The youth.
Hell yeah, it's the youth pastor.
Oh, wait, no, I was guessing the kid.
Oh shit.
Damn it.
You know, it's really funny that you just said that, and maybe this is the way it's going. I read a bunch of articles about this, but it's such a small town and it was so long ago. I could only get these little short ones from the LA Times and of course, Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. But then I found the transcript for a TV show called I, Detective. Have you ever seen that show? Mm-mm. So I don't think it's on anymore. It was on like court TV. Yeah. It's that old. Yeah. But basically they would lay out a true crime story and then they would tell you the evidence that the cops found and then go, is it A, the youth, B, remember that? And you would make a guess. Then they would tell you what the right answer is and why. So you were kind of basically learning how cops do their procedural shit as you watch.
Oh, that sounds fucking awesome.
So I stumble upon a transcript for the episode about the Jennifer Moore murder.
Holy shit.
So, so you just intuited something. I think you should be very proud of yourself.
But at the same time, I thought that the youth pastor and the janitor were too obvious.
I just cheered because it was the youth pastor. There's always going to be victims in this show. Mm-hmm. So it turns out that the kid that was helping the youth pastor garden had a record and was a bad kid, but his grandma had come and picked him up at 6:30 that night. And so he had an alibi. Mm-hmm. And then the janitor wasn't at home when they went to go question him. So he was really high up on the list. And then they go visit the youth pastor, and he's a 29-year-old ex-Marine named Scott Williams. He owns a gas station nearby. He's a Sunday school teacher. Whatever. He works at the church all the time. So he's well liked by the community, all the stuff we always hear. So they go talk to him, and he admits that he was the last person to leave on Thursday night. And he can't account for his whereabouts that night. He's kind of saying there was a meeting at the gas station. Oh, but I did miss it because I was the gardening or whatever. And he's real evasive. So they're like, we don't like this guy. And then he's up. Yeah, exactly. And then he suggests that he take a polygraph. So they're like, oh, well, that's a good way to dissuade anybody. You're insisting you're innocent. Well, he fails the polygraph test. And at the end of it, the polygraph examiner, who I believe was from the FBI, because they brought the FBI in really early.
That's so smart.
It's so smart.
I wish more of that would have happened.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases.
I know. Just get the big boys in. It's not an insult. So at the end of the polygraph, the examiner says, you killed Jennifer Moore. And he cracks and cops to the whole thing.
Holy shit.
Which I think is so brilliant. Because usually in movies and stuff, the polygraph examiner is just all dry and like, did you not? And making little checks and doesn't care.
But he was like, looking at this evidence, here's the conclusion.
And basically played a poker game of like, wow, you did it. And then he was just like, you're right, I did it.
I just think that's so interesting. Had he ever killed anyone or hurt he had a record?
No.
No priors.
No priors.
That's so interesting to me because I feel like the people who crack and break down are almost like the people who insist and just fucking lie about it are more sociopathic to me than the people who like feel the remorse. And so they break down and cry because they can't even fucking deal with it themselves.
Right. And usually I would say, I would wager that those people are the ones that's the one-off crime of passion or the moment or the, whatever it is.
Opportunity.
Well, exactly. And that's what this was because he shows them the rope burn on his hand where he strangled her with a piece of rope. So he's just like, he said, the quote is, I murdered her, I raped her, I strangled her, and I bludgeoned her. So then they know they have him. It's not just like coincidental or that he's been manipulated. He was very specific and basically totally barfed it out.
What a piece of shit.
So then the cops go to his house and they start talking to his wife, who of course is freaking out.
The wife
always.
Oh, honey.
And then she tells the cops that they had recently gotten into a fight because of the huge bills he was racking up on those 976 numbers from the 80s. Do you remember?
Is that like sex talk numbers?
Sex talk numbers that now they're illegal.
Are they illegal?
They're like, there's all kinds of FCC regulations. Right. So they're not like, it used to be there's 976 commercials. The second it was past 10 o'clock at night, that's all TV was.
Yeah.
And when they look into it, He had huge bills, and his were for a child porn. There's a phone sex. Was there? Oh, I mean, he found. I don't know. That's all the line said.
That seems like a fucking FBI setup right there.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think this needs to be said, but I bet they weren't real children. Sorry.
I agree.
But I do want to clarify. These would be actresses.
Yeah.
Phone actresses. Anyway. So basically he tells the story. He's working outside of the church, and Jennifer is cutting through from the creek through the parking lot, and he sees her, and he gets this idea in his head. And so that he's going to like seduce her. So he says, "Hey, do you want a Coke? Come in. It's hot outside," or whatever. And lures her into the library, makes a move on her. She freaks out, tries to run. He grabs her, rapes her, and as he said, strangles her and hits her in the head. All in the church library.
Oh, honey.
Church. Let's just remember these things. That this is when people have any kind of religious thing that sometimes let's be suspicious of that even on the outset.
Yeah.
That a lot of people use religion to hide behind.
Yeah. Humans are humans. And just because you're of a specific group of humans doesn't mean that you're exempt from being a terrible person.
Exactly. Anyone can go to that place on Sunday and sit there in silence and act. Anyone can.
Yeah. And believe that they're right and they're a good person. It's not like you even are like, I'm hiding this secret. I'm a bad person. You're just like, oh, I am exempted from this because God.
Yeah.
And the Bible.
So he got first-degree murder, got a life sentence, no possibility of parole.
Thank God.
Every ounce of this research, I was like, yay, cops.
Yep.
Yay, judge.
Yep.
It rarely happens. We can celebrate it. And that's it. That's the Jennifer Moore murder of Novato County.
That is exhausting and sad and horrible.
Yeah.
Is latchkey kids still a thing?
I don't think so. Well, I was talking to my sister and I told her this is the story that I'm doing. And she goes, yeah, and that's why we never let kids go anywhere ever by themselves ever.
Right.
Like our friend Adrian has a daughter who's 18 and she was going to the dentist but she was going to be sedated.
Oh my goodness.
And Adrian called my sister and goes, can you go with her?
Yeah.
She's going to be sedated.
I've heard that about dentist office though. Like there was, one who would insist that the kid came alone back there. And the mom was like, well, go fuck yourself, and wouldn't take the kid to the dentist.
Yeah. Because again, doctors, priests, whatever it is, we don't know. We don't know. It doesn't mean automatically that that's a good, moral, upstanding person.
Well, I'm trying to think if I had like a 12-year-old son or daughter, would I be comfortable with them going home from school after school and being alone? And like, yeah, kind of. Would you
be comfortable with that?
Yeah.
Not these days.
Yeah.
I mean, not with.
I'm surprised I'm saying that and being so naive, which I don't know if it is, but 12 is pretty. I guess once I see a 12-year-old, I'd be like, oh no, never mind. But
I mean, it's weird because we did it from when we were like 8.
Oh, totally.
I think it's just that cultural thing where like when everyone does it, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And also when you have siblings, it's better. Because you have other people around. When it's an only child, it's a little...
Yeah, if you have people to escape the house with when the murder comes in the front door.
Or just someone, you guys have to be responsible for each other, so you're just a little more careful.
And a little more bitter, like my sister was all of our lives.
Absolutely.
She had to constantly take me to the bathroom. Just so angry for 20 years.
My sister always had to pick my napkin up off the floor when I threw it on the ground when I was in a high chair. Fuck it. She hates me to this day.
Like you were making her dance like a monkey for you.
Yeah, my napkin. Yeah, Lee, go pick that up. Hates me. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
It's the thing. It sucks to be the older sister. That's for sure.
That's true. Being the baby is the best.
Yeah.
Well, that was...
Yeah. Well, that's what we do. If you don't like it, we understand.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite murdershirts.com. We're like, give us money now that we've ruined your day. Now that you'll have nightmares.
I think the psychology of that actually holds up, though. Like, what? Thank you for ruining my day.
Yeah.
At least we're doing something.
With our
you know
lives.
what I mean? At least it's something. It makes me feel alive.
I feel like there's little bits and pieces of this podcast that'll either make people safer, more aware, less
Grateful.
naive. Yeah. And maybe somewhere like grateful. Yeah. Maybe somewhere change something for the good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someone will be on a jury someday and be like, oh, you can't let this guy totally did it. And he did do it.
Maybe we'll win a Peabody Award.
That was the next thing I was going to say. Maybe we'll be crowned Queen Vicky.
Well, I mean, it's yeah. Finally, I'm Queen Vicky because of a podcast.
When do we get to be Queen Vicky? For once in our lives.
It's always those British people that get to be the queen. Why can't I?
But we are. We're queen of fucking murder podcast.
Okay, so we're back. Any case updates?
No
Karen?
case updates on this one. Scott Williams is still in prison. He's 64. I guess my only case update is that Carol Kraft, who is my sister's friend who recommended this story to me, is a longtime, maybe even day one listener of My Favorite Murder and every other podcast that we have on this network. And she calls my sister and tells her things she likes every week and says stuff. And she is the ultimate stage mother, but also just is a celebrator. And I love you, Carol Kraft. If you hear this, you're the greatest.
You are.
And we all think so.
Can I have a personal Carol Kraft corner in my life where she just tells me those things and hypes me up a little? You just need to hear what she's saying.
And she does it like this, where she has this huge smile on her face, she's delighted, and she's kind of I loved that one. And it's the best feeling. Yeah.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, I'll try to pass it on next time, now that we have context.
All right, so let's end this by talking about titles for episode 17 that we would now name the episode based on what we name them after now, which is silly little things we say during the episode.
I mean, I do, and I kind of say this almost every time with these old pun, but I think this one is especially good. I think it's very satisfying to the eye when you see it as the title.
But podcasting isn't a visual entertainment.
Not until we got in the game, baby. We're changing it all up.
That's right.
And it's not a visual game, and it's also not a steal other people's titles game. But hey, we do it the way we want.
Sure do.
So let's see. So Georgia was describing the podcast in the intro, and she actually used the phrase, the ride of your life. So that would be a really good title.
That would be. Karen, talking about when we were talking about depression meals and being home alone as a kid and making your own meals, the episode could be called Loaf of Toast, which is so accurate.
So delicious. Also, my story, basically renaming the episode The Bed's on Fire because of the story of me lighting the bed on fire.
Classic. Oh, and then Toasting the Tea is us talking about how Ted Bundy looked like a guy in a Lipton tea commercial.
Yep.
And I also tried to smoke tea leaves. I fashioned a tea leaf cigarette with paper towels as a kid.
What a smooth smoke.
Toasting the tea.
But as
it was beautiful.
12-year-old around the side of the pool house. Yeah. All right.
Well, thanks for listening to another episode of Rewind.
Guys,
y'all.
We do these every Wednesday. Come back for the next bunch. We're just kind of going through our philo facts of early episodes. Do it with us.
It's going to get crazier and crazier too. The bigger we realize things are getting, I feel it's just this energy.
The energy. And also, the energy, they're going to be, I feel less cringe. We're going to get better at it. There's going to be more communication. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Until then, stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
Hey, everybody. Here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right. And SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping, and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye.
There's always a point in the day when your feet decide they've had enough.
Luckily, there's Reef.
You may know Reef for their ridiculously comfortable sandals, but they aren't stopping there. The women's Neptune has everything you could ever want in a sneaker.
The Neptune is a lightweight, everyday slip-on shoe with a crushed back heel, so you can wear it traditionally or step on the heel and wear it like a slide.
Lightweight, breathable, and easy to wear, the Neptune is the everyday shoe your feet have been waiting for.
The Neptune makes me so freaking happy because my whole life I've been yelled at for crushing the heel of my foot. Because I want every shoe to be a slide, every shoe. And they actually make them that way. And it makes me so happy. Plus, they're super comfortable, they're light, and they're really cute.
So check out the Neptune on reef.com and redeem 15% off your first purchase.
Goodbye.